Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine, it's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number 367, we're going to talk about how to secure your business's social media accounts. It's really important, actually, more important than I think people realize. And there's a few traps that I feel that businesses fall into when they are sharing access to their social media accounts that we need to cover off. I'm going to start first of all with your Meta accounts, your Facebook and your Instagram accounts. A number of businesses use their own personal Facebook profiles to do their posting and to post about their business. And when they bring on a VA, they give access to that account to their VA. Now, I have to point out that under the terms of use of Facebook and I believe Instagram, they should be the same because it's all Meta. Giving access to someone else to your account is actually a breach of the terms of service. Now, I've got to point that out. I kind of get you that you want to do it. I am going to suggest that rather than giving people access to your personal profile, you create a business page and you post from there and you share that information. Now, I understand if you don't want to because of the way Facebook prioritizes business pages and stuff, but that is really the best way of doing it. So let me go through a couple of things. First of all, securing your own personal profile, your own personal account. Make sure you have two-factor authentication enabled on it. Really important at the very, very least. Yes, it's going to make it tricky for your VA to get access to your account, but at least then you've got some level of control over when they're logging in, who's logging in, all of those things. So two-factor authentication is an absolute must. And I don't mean, send us an email or send us an SMS to get access. What I do mean is using an authenticator app or the Facebook authentication process to get access to your account. Really important. If you do go down the path of setting up a business page, which is what I highly recommend you do, it's what you should be doing is setting up a business page for your business. Go through the Meta Business Suite, set that up and give your people access through the Meta Business Suite. You go through setting up, accessing your team, inviting people to manage the account, and you can then set the permissions that they have on your account and on the business suite account, and then on your business page as well. And that way, if you've got multiple business pages, you can give them access that way. If you're using a Google group, dear oh dear, it's early, it's Monday morning. What can I say? I'm recording this on a Monday. No, if you're using a Facebook group, again, you can delegate moderators, you can delegate administrators for the group in a similar fashion. And that's what I'd recommend you do. So that's talking about Meta and how you would handle Meta. If I go through things like YouTube, you have a similar ability within Google itself. When you set up YouTube, you go and set up a channel in YouTube for your business. You can then set up a brand account, what they call a brand account, and you can invite Google users to manage your brand account. That's how I'd recommend you do that. It's not difficult to do. There's a number of steps you have to go through, and sometimes Google decides they're going to change their interface and put things in a different place, and you've got to go find it again. But it really is a matter of once that's all set up for you, you only need to add someone else to manage my channel, go in, add them, invite them, they can accept the invitation and join your team as a team member. What else is there? The other accounts where you don't have business accounts and team accounts to do that with. So I'm talking about things like LinkedIn. Oh, no, LinkedIn, you can do it. LinkedIn, you do similar. You set up a business page within LinkedIn and you invite people to come and manage your business page on behalf of your business. So you add them as a team member and then give them permissions to do that. But other accounts like Twitter, like Rumble, there'll be a few others. Pinterest, I guess, is another one. Make sure that you do set up two-factor authentication on the accounts. Make sure that you set up the ability that you get to approve who logs into your account and who doesn't. It's too easy for an account to get hacked and for you to think, oh no, that's fine. That's just my VA logging in, or that's just my social media person logging in, to find out later on that it isn't. So two-factor authentication is an absolute must on our social media accounts, particularly if you're working with a team to do it. Once you've done all that, it's really important to monitor your account activity. So go through once a week, once a month, once a quarter. Go through and have a look at the logins on your account. Have a look at the dates, the times, and the locations that they're coming from. Make sure that you can tie those logins back to your team member. Back to your team member logging in, back to your team member's location. Make sure that you really are monitoring that. That way, if someone is logging in, someone has got access to your account, you can at least pick it relatively early and take actions to protect yourself. If you do have suspicious logins on your account, you do need to go and have a look at what messages you've sent. You need to go and have a look at what posts you've posted, comments you've made. If you've got suspicious logins, you do need to go through and audit your activity as a result of it. Finally, the last thing to do is review who has access to your account. I do recommend changing your password regularly. Yes, that means you need to tell your VA the new password. You need to get them to log in with the new password. And for a couple of days, that's going to be a pain because they're going to forget you've changed the password and they're going to try and use the old password that they had. That's fine. That's much better than having a compromised password and people being able to get into your account. If you set them up as if you've set them up as a team member, you do need to go back into Meta Business Suite and your brand account on Google and all of those things, and check who still has access to your accounts and who shouldn't have access. I've got to say that people have set me up as a brand manager on their accounts, and it's taken years for them to remove me, even though I have asked them to do it. Make sure you're protected, remove me from your accounts. They just don't go and do it. Don't be that person. Really, really protect yourselves. Too easy for an account, for an attached account, to be compromised and then have access to all of your accounts as well. So that's the flow-on effect. So make sure you use the brand account type functions or the team functions that are available with a lot of these social media platforms. Don't give out your own personal username and password to access your accounts. Review your activity regularly. Review who's logging in, where they're coming from, the dates and times they're logging in, and then review the activity on your account. Have a look at who's posting, what you've posted on, what you've posted, what you've commented on, what messages you've sent. And then finally, on a regular basis, go through and check and see who still has access to your account and whether they should have that access. All really boring stuff, but it's so really important. So guys, what have I spoken about here that you found really useful? What didn't I speak about that you'd like me to go into more detail on? Leave comments wherever you are watching or listening to this video. Send me a DM on our social media channels. I will respond eventually. If you can remember to like this channel, subscribe and ring the notification bell, that would be fantastic. And finally, come and join the discussion on our locals channel, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Tomorrow, we are going to be talking about conducting regular cybersecurity training for your team members and your employees and your business in general. Really important stuff. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a really safe day. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.